Here are our keywords we're going to be using in this lesson. Here's the specification, and you can see we're currently on algorithms part F. Standard algorithms, and we're looking at these sorts, the first one being the bubble sort. As you can see, all it actually needs is the current value that it's at. So you can see our list at the top, and our current value doesn't start as the first value in the list. It's actually starting at the second value, the 7. Now you can see the second item is compared with the first, so 7 is compared with 5, and actually 7 is greater, so we're going to keep those the same. And the current value moves to the third item on the list, which is 2. Now 2 is compared to 7, and we know that 7 is larger than 2, so we actually compare 2 to the first value in the list. We know this is the first value in the list, we know this is actually smaller, so what we do is we insert 2 before all the values. So we insert it in the list at that position. So in effect that moves 5 and 7 up. We then move the current value to the fourth one, which was 3. And we do the same again. We compare it to 7. We know it's smaller than 7. So we compare it to the one before it, and we know it's smaller than 5. And we compare it to the first one now because we're still going, but it's actually larger than 2, so it's going to come after that position. So we know where it needs to be inserted. Watch the video to see the version of the insertion sort and remind yourself of how this works. And I want you to create the pseudocode for this algorithm. Think very carefully what variables will you need, and try to do this in a function. Only once you've created the pseudocode do I want you to actually create the code in Python. Now complete the exam questions, mark them and make improvements. In your notes, write up what you think the pros and cons and the comparison of both the two sorts are.